I now call this committee to order. I'm your chair, Luke. We will begin by taking roll. When I call your country's name, please say either present or present and voting. Albania.
Present.
Germany.
Present and voting.
Cote d'Ivoire. Honduras.
Present and voting.
Pakistan.
Present.
Thank you. The chair would now look favorably upon a motion to open committee. Albania.
Motion to open committee.
Thank you. Are there any other points of motions? Seeing none, we will now vote on the motion to open committee. All those in favor? All those opposed? This motion clearly passes. Committee is now open. The chair would now look favorably upon a motion to open the speakers list. Albania.
Motion to open the speakers list with 4 seconds speaking time.
Thank you. That is in order. And then any other points of motion? Seeing none, I will remind all delegates that all delegates must vote in procedural matters. With that being said, all those in favor of Albania's motion to open the speakers list? All those opposed? This motion clearly passes. Speakers list is now open. Albania, would you like to speak first or last?
No, thank you. I'll pass.
All right, thank you. All those wishing to be added to the speakers list, please raise your placard. Okay, Germany, Honduras. Okay, if any other delegates would like to be added to the speakers list, please send a note up to the dais. Germany, you're recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Fellow delegates, we stand here.
The time for moderated caucus has expired. Are there any points or motions on the floor? Pakistan.
Motion for a 5-minute unmoderated caucus to begin working on drafting working papers.
Thank you, that's in order. Are there any other points or motions? Albania.
Motion for a 20-minute unmoderated caucus.
Chair's going to rule that dilatory at this time. I'd like to see more debate before we have a longer unmod. Are there any other points or motions? Andres?
Motion for a 10-minute moderated caucus, 1-minute speaking time to discuss safer methods of energy extraction.
That's in order. Are there any other points of motions? Seeing none, we are going to move into voting procedure. Voting from most disruptive to least disruptive. Beginning with Pakistan's 5-minute unmoderated caucus. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thank you, delegates. That motion fails. We will now move on to vote on Honduras' motion for a 10-minute moderated caucus, 1-minute speaking time, to discuss safer methods of energy extraction. All those in favor? All those opposed? That motion clearly passes. Honduras, would you like to be recognized first?
Yes, please.
All right, you're recognized for 1 minute. Decorum delegates, decorum. Thank you. We have finished typing up draft resolution 1.1, and the chair would now smile favorably upon a motion to introduce the resolution. Are there any points of motions? Pakistan?
Motion to introduce draft resolution 1.1.
Thank you. Are there any other points of motions? Seeing none, we will now vote on Pakistan's motion to introduce the draft resolution. All those in favor? All those opposed? All right, this clearly passes. Will the sponsors of 1.1 please come up to the dais and introduce your draft resolution? We will allocate you 4 minutes.
We will begin by reading through our resolution. Clause 1. Recognizing that this committee is tasked to...
Thank you, sponsors. We will now move into a 5-minute question and answer session. If you have questions for the sponsors, please raise your placard and the dais will recognize you. Albania.
How are you planning to fund the initiatives that you're talking about?
Well, if you look to Clause 7, we have outlined various organizations to help fund, such as local nonprofits,